Into this weekend, Karl was either the favourite or the second favourite for this group, and Gary's a new professional, was not as fancied as Karl, but that matters not. And I was about to say, well, the break is a big factor in this match.
Going off 3 pockets here, but he has diced. He's back dicing with that middle pocket again.
How's he not gone in off there?
And yeah, he's put his hand up, but what's he left? Don't think he's got anything, has he?
I think a red goes. Whether he can pot a yellow, I suppose he probably can, but the red's not very nice.
No, I mean, he's got that cut in the middle on the yellow, but it's a nasty first shot. And he's probably going into the yellow that's by this red as well, so it opens everything up if he doesn't make the pot.
And he's overcut it. So a disappointing first shot. That was very, very tough for the first shot in the final. A chance for Gary to get off to a good start here. Then these yellows are now laid out very nicely for him. He really has been very, very good throughout the weekend. So just the one loss, and it was to Karl. But a few times he's been behind and been able to turn it around, and pretty much taken nearly everything that's come his way. Very, very clean, very clinical. Very impressed with the way Gary Clarke has played this weekend.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with him this weekend. He's played some really good stuff. Never seems to change his, he's changed his body language. If he's behind or in front, he's still gets to the table and tries to get his job done. So doesn't seem to let anything faze him.
Yeah, if we're only looking at the weekend's work so far, you have to say I'd probably give the edge just slightly to Gary, simply because the consistency of his break has been far better than Karl's has. That's the one big difference between the way the two of them have played this weekend. Karl's made a lot of clearances from his break, but he's lost the cue ball pretty much on repeat.
I said Karl was in trouble if he missed that first shot, which was a really tough one. And there you see, Gary's not needed any second chances.
Yeah, it was all about the first shot, wasn't it? Hits him well again. Maybe not his absolute best. Lost the cue ball a fraction, but he still made a ball. But he hasn't left himself a decent opening ball. Yeah, that was actually on replay far from his best. Extension call. Similar scenario actually. He's only got really a thin clip in the middle, maybe one long.
But he's not right tucked into the jaws of the pocket, so at least he can cue this. He's opting for the one long, and he's missed. But, well, I was going to say, he's had a result.
He's tied the red up, but the yellows aren't bad.
Yellows are not bad at all.
The little cluster at the bottom looks awkward, but it isn't really. He's just got to be careful when he gets on one of them. Well, he's looking at the plant, actually. I was about to say he's got to be careful if he gets on the middle one of the sort of three together, that he's not then going into the red and it getting awkward. That's why he was looking at the plant.
I think he's just going to drop this in and then just play a little cannon now off this bottom one and just cannon the yellow full. Just knock it on a little bit.
Has gone wrong.
It's not gone great.
Probably forced into taking this on, and this is not easy.
It's a good shot. Very good shot. Left himself choice of both yellows again here. He'll probably take the bottom one. Is he looking to land in the gap? For the yellow into the right centre. Just the wrong side of straight to be able to drop this in for the black in the bottom left, I think. So a little bit of work needed to be done here to get on the 8 ball.
Oh, that's awkward. Not happy. As awkward as he could have landed, really, without snookering himself.
Yeah, he's in between both. I think he'll opt to cut it in the middle, but it's a tough shot. But he's made it. Very good shot. Red goes in as well, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I thought they got the cue ball close to the centre pocket for a second, but it stays on the table.
Pull, and it is a very long weekend, as you say. Wow.
Golden break flies in as we're talking about the mental fatigue, and, well, no need to worry about that when you get the golden breaks, because you get the frame on the board straight away.
Is that Karl's second one of the weekend?
Yeah, getting this far.
Yeah.
Sorry to say that.
Thanks, Simon. Yeah,
I realised as I was saying
it. Might be right, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Well, you can speak first-hand knowledge.
You sort of feel like you've been playing all weekend and just fell short, and it is, it is very disappointing. But you have to take the positives out of it, and there can only be one winner.
Right now, things are going Karl Sutton's way. He may have missed his first pot in the opening frame, but great clearance, and then the golden break, and now he's got first opportunity here off Gary's break. And it's a very good opportunity. Just the red he's just bumped is the only thing that he just has to be careful with. Doesn't go into the right centre, I believe, so needs to get onto it into the left or other pockets.
Yeah, he's perfect here, just to run through here. Leave himself straight on the red into the other centre. Run through for the red in the bottom right, and pretty routine finish here for Karl.
Oh, he's got a kick.
Wow.
It's stopped dead.
Oh, wow. I mean,
don't see many like this in pool. You really don't.
Who'd be a pool player? Look at the state of that.
Oh, that's the worst kick I've ever seen on a pool table. That really is. I mean,
and look at the chalk he's using. I was just about to comment last frame that I noticed he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, well.
Oh, that's really tough.
Crashing into the yellows here. He needs some luck. Well, oh no.
And he's not got any. He's on the red. The yellow gets in the way.
Possibly off the side rail here. Kick the red into the bottom right corner pocket. Could he cross double and get the white out the way? Don't really see much value in him dropping the red in front of the yellow.
Extension call.
Yeah, he's looking at the cross double, I think. He's got to hit it hard to get it there. White's going to be flying round, probably into the yellow or the black.
Yeah, not to be. Very big moment in this opening set. Very unfortunate for Karl Sutton. Shouldn't matter to Gary. Just has to punish it and make it hurt.
Yeah, I thought he'd had a bit of luck there, but that yellow come back across and just spoilt the party at the last minute.
That's worked out well. Wasn't guaranteed to going into it on that line, but came out nicely.
Extension call.
Nicely judged.
Yeah, it's always nice when your opponent's ball is dead on the bottom rail, not really any pressure on any misses. I don't know what it is, but psychologically always seems a little bit easier to knock in a finish when your opponent's ball is on a rail rather than over a pocket.
No mistakes with the 8 ball then. Gary Clarke ties the scores up at 2-2. Last ball rolling drops in, and it's a good split.
Yeah, and if he can get through to that yellow in the middle of the bolt line area, he's got a great chance on yellows here.
If he hasn't, he can pop the one top right, but that does require a very good cue ball.
Yeah, he's something to take that one now. Just got to swing the ball round and not get blocked with that red. That red plays big, and there you see. That was why he wouldn't really wanted to play that shot then, but
Does this one pass in to the centre pocket?
I think so. It's tight.
Obviously the cue ball's doing a lot of mileage here as well. Don't think it doubles. So. Well, in the end he decided to control it with a red. It's still not nicely on anything.
No, he's got to play a big shot here now. No. The closest one to the white. Does that go bottom left? I think it does. He's got to play this with some pace, punch it in. Yeah, really good shot.
Brilliant shot. Back in perfect control here.
Yeah, really nice shot there. Just screw into this red here, I think, and just move the red well out the way.
Wouldn't have wanted to play that one off the other yellow, but hasn't done any damage. Could have gone a bit further to the cushion and then would have caused a slight issue. But it's moved only half a turn.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of work to do to get on the 8 ball. going to be leaving himself quite straight on this yellow, so does he drop it in and play the double, or is he going to try and pinch and screw across towards maybe through the gap of the 2 reds to leave the 8 ball down this bottom left-hand pocket? Yeah, it's a good shot. Nicely played.
Never a comfortable shot when you're sort of stunning it across towards a pocket as well. Controlled it very nicely. Great response to what happened to him in the previous frame, especially considering he was never under control early in that visit. Had to come up with some good shots to get out there. Gets himself back in front, just by the odd frame. Keeps it on serve as well. Clarke to break next. Good group, that one.
Great break, deserves a ball. He's not going to get one.
Pretty good split as well. Assuming the 2 reds at the top can be made into a plant. Reds look okay. Yellows have a question mark over the ones in the middle of the table by the right centre pocket.
Yeah, it's been a good shot there, Karl. Just nudge them reds. Really miss this red. Yellow makes it a big pocket as you hit the near jaw with it. Possibly just stun the cue ball into the yellow ball next to it. It's all about picking a spot for the 8 ball.
When he played that last shot moving the yellow, he's just moved the yellow into a weight. But he has to be careful it doesn't become a problem for the line onto the 8 ball. That's why he took a few extra seconds.
Yeah, nice shot there.
Another very nice clearance from Karl Sutton. Always looked likely after an interesting one to see. Make a case for a few players in that one. I think everyone in that group could probably turn up and feel confident, and you know, a group they could be happy about for sure. It's tough. All the groups are tough. Clock is now sorted. We're all back to normal. Getting close to that final 10 minutes and 15 seconds a shot. And Karl's got an opportunity to go 3 clear when we get to that mark.
Yeah, and he's not got an easy yellow, which is what I think he'd have liked to have gone for. He's got this one in the bulk cushion that cuts. Has he even got a red? No.
Very big first shot. Kind of similar feeling to the opening frame of this match. This time though, I was about to say he's made the pot but gone in off. But
wow.
For a second there, he thought he'd got away with it, but no, in off it is.
I mean, how How did that hang there for a split second? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah. And what makes it worse is cue ball in hand for Gary, and he can just put himself. Oh, I was about to say he can put himself on his perfect angle to develop his only bad ball, but gets the double kiss and doesn't really develop it.
Yeah, he's got to go into it again here. And well, he's okay. He's on the one he's just freed up.
Can we be ultra critical and say he overplayed the first shot? That if he just goes into it at a control pace, just move the ball away, leave it on the cushion?
Yeah, he didn't need to hit it as hard, did he? But sometimes you try and play it nice and controlled and comes back to bite you. So I think he was probably just trying to clear the red out the way, and obviously got the double kiss. Yeah, it's a tough shot, that was. I'm surprised he took that one, but bridging over. Again, we've seen, well, he's missed. You could probably count on one hand the balls he's missed this weekend. But the three, I think the last three he's missed have been when he's just been bridging over a ball, and it does make it a lot more awkward.
Yeah, very similar shots.
And Karl will be over the moon to get back to the table here. When that went in off, he must have feared the worst.
Final shot then at 15, before we go to the 15 seconds a shot.
Second shot clock in play.
Was he trying to play that off the red, or was that delicate trying to drop it in? Doesn't look like he can pot the one nearest the pocket.
No, I think he might have.
I can only assume that you can pot the one nearest the pocket, because he's put two balls in there that if he couldn't, he would have played off the red just to separate them.
Yeah, the top one must go. Just doesn't look like it from our camera angle.
I can only assume when he came down before, he finished a roll too far and was behind the yellow. Well, if it goes, that is absolutely fantastic. Great control from Karl Sutton there. Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, good visit again to the table from Karl here.
Yeah, puts him one frame away from the opening set.
This is ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's it was almost like he'd give up, but he just kept potting balls, and all of a sudden he was back in the match. And yeah, it wasn't a great feeling, I'm not going to lie. Good break from Gary.
Oh, his chance to get one on the board and maybe give that feeling to Karl Sutton. Oh, he's looking at the red top left. I thought he was going to go yellows. Yeah, yellows it is.
Yeah, and if he can get these, you know, within 2 minutes, then, you know, if he managed to get the next frame, then certainly makes Karl start thinking about it.
Oh, he's overdone it. Wanted to be on the one he's nearest to. Oh, does it go? Bottom right. Very fortunate if it does.
I don't think he needs to play it though. Drop the one in the middle. He's got to chase a bit of position, but he's still got options. Does the 8 ball drop in the centre?
I think it does.
So yeah, he could play the one up the ball can now and screw back down for this yellow. Yeah, really good pot. Nicely on this yellow as well to just bounce back past these reds, and I'm presuming the 8 ball does go in the centre. played inside him. Really good shot. He could take it long now if it doesn't. Table plays really nice and normally true, so you could float this in the corner if you wanted to. Looks like he's opting for the middle. Yeah, no problem. Good finish from Gary.
Gets one back, 5-3 now. Still 6 minutes left. Plenty of time for 3 frames.
Karl going to the cut break. 8 ball. 8 ball.
Ooh, stopped from going in, but it's dry. Can he pot the one next to the 8 ball straight away and open up the one just next to it? That would be huge for him if he can.
I don't think he can quite get it.
Oh, he's looking to see if he can play. I don't think he can play it direct, can he? It'd be too dangerous to move it off the red, so maybe he thinks he can turn it in. Oh, he could put it direct. That was huge. It made all the difference in the world to this finish. If that didn't go, he had lots of work. He's created some work of his own.
As we see, 15 seconds. Bit of rushing about. You don't get much time to think out there. And yeah, and in the end, that's what happens. It's very tough. Possible plant. Oh, it went. Wow, what a shot as well. What a great shot. If he's on this yellow, which he is, this red, sorry, into the top right pocket, then what a chance and what an exciting end to the first set we're going to have here. You've got to say, this is a good clearance from Gary.
Yeah, it was one thing still being on that ball. It's another thing knocking it in the way he did.
Yeah.
That was very impressive. Now he's in perfect shape.
Yeah, and, well, we called it, didn't we? All of a sudden, Karl will be feeling, well, Gary will be feeling the better out of the 2 players here. Even though he's a frame behind, he's sort of having a free go here now. He can sort of... Has he got a ball?
Yes.
He has got a ball.
And the split
is good.
It's fantastic.
Wow.
Odds on going all square here. This is a great leave for Gary Clarke. What a turnaround we are seeing in this set.
Yeah, and I said it a few minutes back at the start of the match that nothing seems to have fazed Gary this weekend. You know, he has been behind in probably more matches than he's been in front, and you know, nothing seems to change about him, and he just keeps going about his work. And you know, this is a brilliant example to anyone who does lose their head if they do go behind, that things can turn around, and you're only a couple of finishes away from being right back in the match. And you know, like I say, 5-2 down, you could understand if he writes the set off, but all of a sudden he's got a great chance to level the match up here, and who knows what might happen in the decider.
Yeah, it's just hanging in, isn't it? A number of times he's done it. Just hang in, stay in there, and you never know. And he's had a couple turn around on him. He's had a buzzer beater. Very close call against Karl himself in the first time they met on Saturday.
He's just under hit that one. He's got to play a bit of a shot here. Should be fine. Just a soft little stun. Yeah, he's got it. He can hold on the yellow here for the 8 ball. And we're going to go into a decider in the first set. Great last 10 or so minutes from Gary Clarke.
Yeah, all square. How big does that in off a couple of minutes ago from Karl Sutton feel? Here we go then. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Powerful, but dry.
Oh, wow.
Gary Clarke has the chance to win this set
And
and steal it away.
Can he pot a yellow? Yes, the one in bulk on the right hand side. So, well, this is a good opportunity, and he's got plenty of time too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the yellow by the 8 ball goes left centre as well. Don't think the 8 ball's in the way, so everything goes clean here. There's no real issues.
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, can just pop this one, bounce back off the side rail for the next yellow up into the same pocket. Well, maybe a slight reroute now. Does he take the one down this rail now? Again, his hand will be just queuing over a little bit. He's not got much time left. He's got no extension. That's the one he's taking. Could go wrong, this. Oh, he's played it well. Oh, just a roll too far.
Would have loved to bounce, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Straight in on this one to bottom right would have been brilliant.
Just means he's got to screw across the face of this red here. What's his angle like? It looks good. He can just drop this in if that yellow goes to left centre.
27 seconds left then.
Yeah,
3 shots to play.
He's got to get a move on. 20 seconds. Yeah, he should be good. Well, Karl will be sick here if he gets this, because he hasn't done a great deal wrong, Karl, from 5-2 up.
I think he just suddenly realised he might be out of time. He's going to run out of time. He's got to hit it. Gets there. Gets there for Karl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a draw would still keep Karl in it, but yeah, he's got to dust himself off, and you know, he's played quite well that set, and he's been a little bit unfortunate, I think. Obviously he's had a golden 8 ball, but I think the very first break, yeah, he could have gone in off, but he left himself really awkward, missed the shot, left the finish for Gary, and there was another where he had nothing and ended up going in off in the middle. So he's not really had he hasn't had a chance to win the match from 5-2, and you have to say, you know, he's been done well to be 5-2 up at that point with a bit of run he's had. So yeah, dust yourself off again and go again, and I'm sure, you know, he will do.
I think the beginning of this set's quite important for him, just to get going again. He has an opportunity here in the opening frame.
And he's overrun that. Did not want to be on this bottom rail. That has made things very difficult. You can obviously play off the higher yellow and knock the one in over the pocket. There's no guarantee to be on a yellow after. That's what he's played. He's got the gap to the one in the right centre. Bit of work to do here to get position. Ideally, he'd love to land straight on this one on the left-hand side of the table. But a very tough shot to judge here. Probably got to just raise the cue up a little bit. Can't play it plain ball.
The red at the top there plays massive.
Yeah, he just needs to come to the left-hand side of that. If you can just get to the left-hand side of that, then he'll track up perfectly. Now you see he was jacking up, and I tell you what, that shot is a lot harder than what it looked. They are so hard to judge, and he has played it near perfect.
I know it sounds strange, but that's one of the best shots we've seen all weekend long.
Brilliant shot. People watching will not realise how tough they are to judge.
You go and try and play that shot, more often than not, you're going to end up absolutely nowhere near that. That was an amazing shot and a great recovery.
Yeah, so easy to overdo or decel on them, and really good shot from Karl, and yeah, it's got him this frame on the board. If he gets this 8 ball, no problem. Great start from Karl Sutton.
Let's say it was 8 to 10 minutes, somewhere around that sort of mark, and he's not had a chance to win the set. It's amazing.
I think it was 7.5 minutes.
It's just an amazing turnaround. It really was.
bad break from Karl. He does like dicing with them pockets with that cue ball, but he'd probably been unfortunate if he'd have gone in there, and he's left himself a great opportunity on yellows. First glance, the 8 ball is possibly the most difficultest ball on the table. But when you're playing on a nice table that runs true, players of this level will certainly back themselves to float it down the rail.
The way the yellows are lined up, you expect him to get to that 8 ball. I thought the one he's just played might have been the ball he'd choose to use to get onto the 8. I probably felt he needed it for the pattern. Well, he may well play the little bump to make sure he doesn't have to play the one down the cushion. Just careful to get the underside of the 8 ball if he does play the bump. Don't get the top side of it. Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, nice shot, and all of a sudden he hasn't got to play a pressure shot on the 8 ball. It's a simple job of getting on it. And this is the start Karl would have been wanting in this set. He's come out the blocks firing, even after that last set being snatched away from him. It's not the first time this weekend that
and it hacks. Now, does the yellow go top right? Does the red at the bottom go? Reds might not be too bad, actually. The one at the bottom probably does go. Doesn't go to its obvious pocket, but the opposite side of the table.
Yeah, and can he drop this one in the centre, at left centre, and hold for the red? Let's try to play on it now. It's not ideal. Does it go in the right centre? If not, this is quite a tough cut back, and
He's lining up the cut back.
It's quite tight. White will be travelling about a little bit. That's a good shot. Well controlled as well. Played it with a bit of check side, just to kill the white.
He's really worked that cue ball beautifully there.
Doesn't want to leave himself straight or low on this. He wants to make sure, and well, is that straight? I think he's just okay. I think he can just. The white does throw thicker, so I think he can just pinch here. Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, good reply here from Clarke. He's been pretty relentless this weekend, really. He does rattle off finishes pretty quick and just gets about his work. And
Cue ball straight in.
Dear. Oh.
And the split's good. Wasn't the best explosion. Actually, it wasn't straight in. It was poorly kicked in. He actually controlled the cue ball into the middle of the table. Probably didn't flush it as well as he possibly can, but it wasn't going anywhere near a pocket, and very unfortunate to be kicked in off.
Yeah, I think if you're not going directly to a pocket and you get kissed in off, it's You know, it's unfortunate, whichever way you look at it. You don't deserve it.
Yellow ball's in play.
Working his way through this one really nicely. I think he can just slide by the 8 ball here. He won't want to nudge it. Yeah, he can. Just pops it on the straighter side of the pocket. Controlling himself well. I think the one he's nearest to slides by the other one, so no real issues here.
Yeah, it just sneaks in. Just bounce out a couple of inches for the 8 ball into the right centre. And you have to say, another good finish from Gary. And he looks really good out there. Arguably, he's probably looked the best, most consistent all weekend, really. He's answered every question thrown at him this weekend. The series down here a few years back, and I drew him and I didn't know who he was, and he beat me, and he had probably five or six clearances, and I thought, well, you play someone that you don't know and they play like that, what can you do? So
shows you the sort of strength in the ball world, really.
Yeah.
There's another brilliant break for him. There's a chance for another one off the break here. Tricky opening shot, but if he can drop this first one in and hold himself together on the cue ball side of things, then the clearance is on. Part 1's done. Not so much part 2, but he does have a way out here.
Yeah, he's got a banker ball up the top there, hasn't he? Harder to miss than pot this, but he is queuing over that yellow, and it's right deep onto the yellow as well, so he's got to properly jack up here. And
the few mistakes he has made have been hampered queuing shots. This time, negotiates it well.
Yeah, and always nice when you've got a ball near the pocket when position doesn't quite go right like that. Well, he's turned this set round, hasn't he, straight away. Just got to make sure he gets this right. Yeah, probably a little bit thinner than he would have liked here. He's got to watch the slide here off his back rail that he doesn't come back tracking into them 2 reds. He should be okay. He's played it with check as well, and yeah, he's got a shot at it. He's played it quite well. Just not got to do too much here. Just guide the white back down towards that right centre pocket line. Maybe a little tracer right hand side. Yeah, I think he's played it plain ball and he's judged it to perfection. Another great visit to the table from Gary Clarke.
Oh, 3 straight frames off the break, 3 straight frames for Gary Clarke.
Yeah, good break from Karl. loss.
Good break, good split, good leave.
Yeah.
Expect him to get back on the front foot here. One red on the right-hand side. He just needs to figure out how that fits in his plans. Everything else has got an obvious pocket, and they connect well.
Wow.
Can he double the one he's finished nearest to straight away? It's not what he wanted.
No. Can he get to the one over this corner pocket?
I don't think so, going by his reaction.
Double it must be then. Certainly wouldn't want to be taking any of the others queuing over that yellow. No. Big shot. Yeah, good double.
That's nicely controlled.
Yeah, that's perfect. Just off straight on this red to the left hand side of the table. Just join the dots now.
He's done a lot of sitting and watching in the last few frames. So very good. Next time he got a chance at the table, he's come up with the goods.
Yeah, good finish. Good visit to the table here from Karl after what's happening.
And this set's rattling along as well. 6 frames played in the first half of the set. Potential another 5 frames still to come. Just under the 15 minutes left in the set. It will be Gary to break next.
7 frames, Clarke to break. 3 frames all.
Oh,
Cue balls in.
Wow. I think he was going straight in that corner pocket, to be honest. He got kissed out the way. As you can see here on the replay, he was going to be mightily close. But then to get kissed out the way and straight into the centre pocket, it's...
Yeah, you get a split-second emotion. Oh, I've got away with one. Oh, no, I haven't.
It's amazing, isn't it, how many times that cue ball finds a pocket off a break. It is. It's absolutely amazing. And the amount of times it goes in not direct as well, like gets kissed, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, they're the ones that really hurt, aren't they? The ones where you park it in the middle and then it comes and gets kicked in. We've seen a couple of those in the match. So this one was running a little bit more loose and maybe would have gone in direct, but still a tough one for Gary to take, although he's got the patience, he's got the set on the board. He's just hoping he gets 3 more chances in this set and get it done here.
Yeah, I think Karl will just drop the yellow into the left centre, play through the gap and play the yellow on the rail. He can either drag this in and hold for the yellows in the bottom right, or choose to come across on the underside of the red. If he can hold, then that's the shot he'll be playing. Not sure if he can. Yeah, good shot.
Comes across it nicely, and the yellow below the 8 ball goes left centre, so this is all good here.
If anything, he's landed 2 straight on this yellow, so he might have to just come back and play the one in the centre next. Yeah, there you see, play the one in the centre now. If the 8 ball goes into left centre, it's no real problem. Which I'm sure it does, the way he's played that. Just bridging over the red. If it is really tight, it's not quite where he wanted it to be, but I think there's more room than it looks on our screen. Yeah, flew in.
Excellent. All 5. 4-3 in front. 8 ball in motion. 8 ball in motion. Not to be. Nearly took himself to the top of that leaderboard, but just stays on the table. But he makes other balls, and the split's pretty good here. It's not brilliant, but it's not terrible either. The problem with reds is the red at the top of the table doesn't have a good pocket. The yellows obviously have more problems at the bottom end of the table. So it is a tricky layout, this one. Oh, first error in the set. And it's Karl Sutton that makes it. Same problem, though, exists for Gary Clarke, and it's the red at the top of the table. Doesn't have a pocket.
Red ball's in play. Extension call.
How's he going to solve the problem at the top?
Yes, the 8 ball possibly leaving a slightly bigger pocket into the right centre, although he wouldn't really want to leave it as last ball and move the black too far, but if he can pot it clean, the 8 ball's there sitting waiting, and that angle looks perfect to me to just be able to drop behind this red onto the bulk rail.
All of a sudden Gary has to get a little move on because it is 15 seconds a shot.
Yeah, and he's landed about as bad as he could there. The angle's going to take him for a very thin cut on the black. Does he go for the double? Can he get past the yellow? Yeah, just made it awkward. He just didn't travel quite on that last red, and it was looking really good.
Well, a mistake on both sides of the table now, and we're in for a little bit of a tactical exchange just while we wait for Karl to try and get an opportunity to go. That's how he'll be thinking. Gary's just got to try and hang in here. Oh, that's cue ball in hand. It's still not easy for Karl Sutton.
Yeah, and I think he doesn't need to attack, does he? He could attack, but he doesn't need to attack, so, you know, he's got time on his side. He's obviously wanting Gary to see that red. because it will free Karl's tricky yellow. Oh, wow.
He went for ultra power, just trying to fluke it somewhere and completely misses it. Amazing shot.
It's not a bad result for him either.
Yeah. You're right. I mean, Karl's left him sight at the red on purpose to make him move it. And yeah, gets it all wrong.
And now Karl's had to play that. And I mean, he's just okay, I think. But all of a sudden, the pressure turns on to Karl. Gary's red's over the right centre, and Karl's now got to get these. Could possibly play this yellow in off the red and push the red to the bulk rail safe so the pressure's off, but I'm not 100% sure that shot's on.
I think he has to drop it in direct.
Yeah, good shot. Not the easiest of shots though, into a blind pocket. You have to have full trust in the table, the pace you're playing them. Yeah, he does play them shots well when they're over the pocket. Nice and controlled. No, it's a pretty routine 8-ball. For a 2-frame lead, we're sort of in a similar position as last set. He was 5-2 up with about 7.5 minutes. He's about to go 5-3 up with 6.5 minutes. So,
oh my word!
Wow!
Well, that's incredible. That's one of the most incredible misses we've seen in a long time here on Ultimate Pool TV. Karl Sutton cannot believe what he's just done.
And that's what I say about the timer. He's waited for it, and it just knocks you off flow sometimes. And well, I can't believe it. Wow!
Just hangs in there if he gets the draw. Can still qualify or still win by winning the final set in a 6 red. But he was thinking about more than that. And
oh wow!
well, now we're going to see how his mental strength is, because he's now got another opportunity here.
And normally you get punished for a miss like that on that 8-ball. And well, look at that.
It's a tough in-off, isn't it?
But he didn't make a ball.
Yeah, he was dry anyway, so he would have been on something, you feel. So
that definitely makes it a lot easier to swallow.
It's one of those sort of things that I agree with you 100% that it's sort of dry anyway, so therefore it should soften the blow. But one thing that you know, we've all been around pool players long enough, and they're talking about, yeah, I went in off this break and it cost me. I went off. No one says, well, I went off that break, but it was dry anyway. No worries. It was when you're talking about it afterwards, it doesn't ever crop up.
Yeah, maybe. I certainly think sometimes when I look, if I have gone in off and haven't potted the ball, it certainly does soften the blow for me. You know, think, well, I haven't potted anyway. It's like I say yesterday. It's then ones where you do cream them and pot them. You know, for me, it's, well, has he run too far?
He's okay. Going off body language, he's just okay. In fact, he's better than that. He's perfect.
For me, a dry break where you absolutely muller them, you know, everywhere and leave a plopping finish is a lot worse than an in-off where you didn't pot a ball. You know what I mean? So he's having a quick jog round Karl, trying to burn off that donut he had earlier, and I went to town with him.
He's doing a good job here. I know it was a presentable chance, but considering the 8-ball he's just missed,
yeah,
he's done well.
And is this yellow a little bit similar to it in that sort of pocket, same sort of angle? Yeah, yeah.
That wasn't lost on Karl either. That really wasn't. What a reaction that was to the yellow dropping in.
Yeah, and fair play to him. It sort of shows character in a class act. 8-ball's tracking towards the corner. Too much traffic, and well, he's potted a ball.
You wouldn't say it's a brilliant chance unless the yellow by the 8-ball goes. The red does, but then the 8-ball doesn't. But can you open things up when potting that red? What's the plan? The yellow goes now. Yellows are good. It was tight. Okay, the yellow's gone safe, it's gone awkward. But Gary will be thrilled to get to the table here with an opportunity.
Couldn't do it again, could he, Gary?
3 minutes left.
Couldn't do it again, could he? Couldn't pinch this one and then have a chance in the decider.
Well, that makes things a little bit harder. Yellow would still go off the red, but does he have the next ball?
He's got this one into the bottom right. Yeah, I mean, a draw doesn't really matter to Gary, really, here.
It just means that he can only lose via 6-red shootout. That's the sort of safety net, if you like. Good pot. Needs another. No, cued across that one. No rush here for Karl. Just pot your way through this one nice and slowly, and you win this set. Take us to a decider.
Yeah, and you have to say he's not made many mistakes, Karl, but he has made probably the biggest one of the weekend, and it looks like he's going to get away with it.
Yeah, that's the biggest surprise of an error like that. There's been no, I mean, obviously immediately a chance off Gary's break, which he took out, and that one there for Gary was just a very tough finish. So no punishment for Karl Sutton.
Looks like we're going to a third set.
We are going to go the distance here. 1 set all. Carlos ties us up.
Yeah, another great break. Oh, look at that for a layout.
Yeah, this one might not take very long.
That ball's in.
Yeah, pretty straightforward layout here for Gary.
Yeah, possibly the best layout of the whole weekend.
Quick fire reply to level up this final set.
Just left himself hampered queuing, didn't need to. Just has to be careful now. Yeah, no mistakes with the 8 ball. Oh, how is that dry?
Wow.
They were chasing each other into the top right-hand corner. Watch them all here.
It was 4 balls. 4 balls trying to get into that pocket, and they just all kept each other out. It's unbelievable, isn't it, Al? Sometimes it happens.
You know, Gary will want to be yellows here, but he's got a tricky opener.
Yeah.
Okay, he can clip the yellow in, but is the cue ball missing the red? If it's not, the in-off is in play.
I'm pretty sure he's going to kiss the red and going off here, and if he jacks up, it makes it such a tougher shot.
Oh, he can clip the one nearer the middle pocket in. Oh, he tried to. It was tough.
That was really thin, that was. Really, really thin.
I think he realised he was in off on the other one, so probably felt forced into it. And it means that chance is now a really good one for Karl Sutton.
Yeah, it's open calls. Ball's up. I'm just wondering if that one by the red on the left hand side of the table goes in the left centre. I don't think it does. You can possibly get on it to the bottom left corner. Doesn't look like it on our angle, but it has caught us out a few times before.
He's going to come around and have a look. He's got an angle where he can do a few different things with this one. He's played on it, so it must go.
Must go.
Doesn't look like it, as you can
Doesn't even look
clearly
like
see.
it goes remotely close on our screen, does it?
If it was tight, there's no way he'd have played on it in the way he has.
Yeah, just off the near jaw, just grazing near jaw. Aye. Yeah, good shot. Good clearance from Karl here. I have to say he was a tad fortunate not to leave Gary anything off a dry break. He's got a ball. What's his layout like?
It's very good. One yellow for me. Does it go in the right centre? And I'm pretty sure it does. And the yellows are good. Reds aren't bad, actually. He does have an opener, but could be losing the cue ball. He can pop the one over the left centre pocket.
Yeah, and he's chose reds, and well, I think he's just got away with that, I think. I'm surprised he went red, sir. Maybe that yellow doesn't go into the right centre.
Yeah, if those two reds had come and sat together and without them going, he'd have been kicking himself, because then they become difficult reds to solve. He'd love to be able to get on the red in the middle of the table here, but it doesn't look like he's got the right angle. Can he force it? Or is he going to have to reroute?
There's a cue ball.
Oh no.
Oh, wow. Has he gone in at that angle? Oh, that's unbelievable.
You just wouldn't believe that's possible.
Look at this from the angle that's come back from the red. I mean, wow, I can't believe that. That is unbelievable. How's he managed to find the centre pocket from that shot? Gifting Karl a massive opportunity to take a two-frame lead here. Oh, I can't believe that's gone in off from there.
I'm pretty sure Gary can't believe it's gone in off there either. That is amazing. If you tried to pot a ball in there on that angle, you could be there a while.
Yeah, I mean, from the angle it's come from the red, if you try to just roll the cue ball in, you'd probably struggle. I mean, it's unbelievable. Just wouldn't even come into your mind that you could get in there, would it?
No. Yeah, there's sometimes when players pop the cue ball in that sort of way and you think, oh, it's a little careless. That one just, yeah, well, that wouldn't enter your mind at all. It won't stop Karl Sutton punishing it though, which he does with a minimum of fuss. Karl's halfway to the 6 he needs for victory. And he's made a ball this time. The cue ball was close. And it stays on the table. He's got a very easy opening yellow. He does have options on reds, but not too tricky into the middle. Which way around does he see this finish? The yellow nearest the right centre is tricky. The rest of the yellow's not too bad.
It does go long though, and to be honest, he could play on this now off this shot. I think he has. He's probably just come out a little bit more than he wanted to. He would have liked to have been straight or off straight the other way to what he is. You know, he's got to play a bit of a shot now and can't just dolly it in because of the white in the centre. So obviously he's got a bit do a bit more with the cue ball, which makes the pot harder. He's just managed to wiggle it in, and I think he's on this ball below the red.
That's actually really good. I know he's used all the pocket there, but to control the cue ball in that way, he really wanted to be on this one in the bottom half of the table. And that pot's a little bit easier if you make it almost in the centre of the pocket and you nip it a little bit more. You avoid the centre pocket, but you wouldn't be on this ball. So you really had to control that. Very, very good.
Yeah, that was a good shot as well. Tougher than it looked. Cueing off that jaw. Got to keep your head still and push the cue through. Buzzer's going off on his backswing as well, so took it well. Now, which way will he choose to go here? Looks like he's going to take the corner one and drop the one in the centre. He's got to negotiate a fair bit of traffic for the 8 ball here.
Yeah, you can make a good case for both ways round, couldn't you?
Yeah, I think I'm playing the one in the centre and just dropping into the red and leaving yourself straight on the yellow in the top right pocket and just running it through past that red for the 8 ball down his bottom right. But it's how you see it, and as long as you get it, there's not really any right or wrong way. It looks like he's chose the option I've just said, but
he's not straight on this yellow.
He doesn't look straight on the yellow, therefore does he sort of punch this back into the rail and try and bounce across there? I think that's what he's doing. Got to cue it well. Oh, where's he going here? Well,
if it coast bottom left, it's fine. If it doesn't, he's in trouble.
I don't think it does.
Certainly doesn't look like it from the camera we're looking at.
He got in that. Well,
oh, it does go.
It does go. Wow.
It does go.
I can guarantee you that's not the pocket he played for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's had a touch there, Karl. Good finish, but he's definitely had a little bit of fortune landed on that 8 ball in there.
Good explosion. Ball's rattling the jaws, but nothing going to drop. Not his most powerful break. Lost the cue ball just a little bit. Still had plenty go close, but nothing falls.
Don't think he's left anything, well, easy. This is a big shot. Yeah, good shot. Very solid pot, that. Again, another shot that wasn't as easy as it looked. Jacking his cue up, queuing up off a rail. Giving himself an opportunity here. Yeah, that's a nice shot too. Great chance for Karl here. And certainly flying through these frames. It seems strange to be this close to a finish line and, you know, still be in like normal 30-second territory.
Yeah, there's been so many finishes off the break in this group final that, yeah, both sets have rattled along.
Yeah, again, another one over the pocket that he controls. He does control them so well.
He's got a lovely touch, hasn't he? We've seen that with some. There's been some touch shots throughout the weekend, and especially in this final, that they really are made to look easy when they haven't been. You're talking about his touch. He's just come up a couple of rolls short here, but he can deal with that.
Yeah, he'll just bounce it on and off the side cushion. Bit of check side. Would have liked another roll on this, but he should be fine.
Another very good finish from Karl Sutton.
And ended up losing it, so he'll just want a chance. He didn't have a chance in the first set, and now we see he's just got a ball. And well, here's your chance, Karl.
Yeah, this might not take long. This might not take long. This is a lovely layout here. It really is. I mean, you can go either colour set. Personal preference, but yellow on the right-hand side might force him to go reds, but yellows aren't really bad either.
No, I think he'll go yellows. Them two reds up the top are just a little bit awkward, so...
Especially when you've got such a nice connecting ball to the yellow on the right-hand cushion. Working this in such a way that the yellow on the cushion will be the last ball. Gary Clarke will be fearing the worst here.
Yeah, I mean, he's not done a great deal wrong here, has he?
Yeah, he's done nothing, next to nothing wrong in the final. You know, talking marginal errors really. Tried to chase one at the back end of the last set. Half a mistake in this set, and that's about it.
Really good performance from Karl, you have to say. Barring the missed 8-ball.
Take nothing for granted. He's already missed an 8-ball like this today, so wait for it. But this is for the group. Beep on the backswing. It doesn't put him off. A brilliant comeback from Karl Sutton, it has to be said. Fantastic performance to hold himself together with everything that Gary Clarke threw at him, and he gets the job done in 3 sets, and he moves on to the finals weekend of the Players' Championship. Rob, that was a